My name is Brittany D. I'm a psychic medium and spiritual teacher, here to give you an overall collective message for April 10th through the 17th. So this is whatever's in the highest and best for the collective for 10th through the 17th. As always, take it resonates and leave the rest. This is a general message. And if you're interested in learning how to channel for yourself, or maybe even for others, definitely check out the intuition course and certification. The next round starts this Tuesday. So I'd love for you to join us. It's every Tuesday at 6 p.m. EST. Calls are about 60 to 90 minutes, and we will learn how to develop your intuition and harness your gifts and abilities. So I would love for you to join us. Let's go ahead and see what Spirit has for the collective this week, the 10th through the 17th. Whatever's in the highest and best, Spirit, whatever's in the highest and best. Ooh, heck yeah, I'm down with this. Starting the week out with the treasure chest. An unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you now. I am totally down. Start the week with some abundance flowing in. Let's see what else. I feel like the energy from last week's reading is here and present in this card. And I can't remember what last week's reading was about, but it feels like something like we were trying to manifest or something we were trying to achieve or some type of hard work that was going to pay off. And this is it. This is it coming in, which is really exciting. So I would, if you weren't here last week, I would go back and watch that reading as well, because it's definitely pouring into this week's reading. Alchemy, you have the Midas touch right now, and every project you begin turns to gold. So we're alchemizing, excuse my nails, we're alchemizing with this abundant overflow energy though. So we're taking the old, which is what feels like last week's reading, the old kind of like crappy energy, and turning it into gold, turning it into overflow, abundance, this, treasure chest type of energy. See what this card is. Worthiness. Know that you deserve to receive good in all ways. So that's what we're alchemizing. Our worthiness. We're alchemizing the pieces of ourselves that don't feel, it's like this windfall comes in and we don't feel like we fully deserve it. So we have to alchemize it and really anchor into our knowing that we are God's perfect child. And of course, we deserve this. And of course, we did the work, like we were talking about last week, we did the work to receive this. Embracing the future. I step into the future with an open heart. So whatever we are alchemizing, this abundance, this overflow, opens up some doors for us to move forward with. Like they just stopped me right at the end of that sentence. It was so abrupt, but they don't want me to say anything more until I pull the next card, which is looking deeper. Deep within me is in majestic radiance. So I think that's interesting that they're talking about this alchemy and this worthiness and, stepping forward with an open heart. And then they come back to, once again, this looking deeper. It's like we are moving with these gems and this treasure chest and these abundance and really alchemizing it. But this is some deep shit, is the simplest way of saying it. Like this is some deep worthy wounds. This is some deep stuff that we're having to pull out and alchemize into something that's really of service to us, that's really amplifying and empowering us. Letting go. I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. So even though we are having to do a lot of work this week, especially with worthiness wounds and something deep within us that's existing there, we truly are walking in surrender with Spirit's path. It's like we're doing the work and we're also just opening, receiving abundance, gems, this, we're flowing and we're moving with it, but it is a lot of work to dig these things up and to alchemize these worthy wounds are deep wounds. So we really are having to dig deep, but we're also in the flow. This is just where we're at in the journey, where we're meant to be, and what we're meant to be working on. So that way we can alchemize and receive the abundance and the overflow that's here for us. So I always like to pull a card from the psychic deck towards the end of the reading. It's just a little glimpse of what the future might have for us. Transformation, that totally makes sense. That's super on point. There was a little part of me that was like, is it really that deep though? Is it really that deep of a wound? And it really is. Like, this is really going to be a transformation for us. This is really going to be us alchemizing and transforming things into becoming all these disempowered parts into our most fucking empowered, most worthy self, that we can at least access at this point. It is going to be a real transformation, but it is sorry, they keep stopping me. It is overflow. It is abundant. It does bring you to a place where you feel much more not only at home but superhuman. I don't know why they're using that word, superhuman. It's like you feel like the super version of yourself. You're still at home in yourself, but you're like the super version of yourself. So it's a lot of work though this week, even though we're gonna get a lot of the treasure and the gems and the resonance of our true selves and our true home coming forward. It's also going to be it's a lot of work and a lot of abundance happening simultaneously right next to one another. And that ain't the epitome of transformation. I don't know what is. So I hope that this was helpful for you all. I will see you next week for our next collective message. And if you're interested in joining the Intuition Development course, the link is in the description below. So I hope to see you soon. So much love and namaste.